Yeah, the title of this video is "The Show Must Go On," I guess. The show must go on, I guess. Guys, welcome to Seattle Sonics franchise, long-term franchise that I invested a lot of time in, that I enjoyed. But this is not one of my high points. We're in the playoffs again for the second straight year. We have a playoff series. Of course, last year we only won one game versus the Grizzlies. We had home court advantage, and they beat us. I think they beat us every single time we were in our own gym. So we're in the playoffs again versus the San Antonio Spurs, who got Joel Embiid during the offseason. But the biggest story is the injuries. As you can see, guys, see the screen. Robert Williams, one of our key parts coming off the bench, he's out. Eric Pascal is out. And Cameron Oliver, our bench center / power forward, he's out. So our front court is decimated. We are totally decimated. And that's why I sit there and say, may not get out of this series. And we're not. Thankfully, we're not at home. We're on the road. And I think we tend to play better on the road. As far as my game plan, ain't much changing. It's all going to be on our backcourt. I did give Bridges and Atkins more minutes because they're going to be needed because our bench is decimated, and I lowered the minutes on the bench. I just don't think the bench can carry us. It's going to have to be the starters. Tador, man, he's just not even in the game. He's cold. Might use him, might switch him with Leiden soon. But I just want to see what Leiden can actually do. Leiden is our point guard, but I sometimes move Tremont Waters in there because he's got the experience, and he tends to not just jack up a bunch of shots like Leiden does. But yeah, injuries are our biggest issue, and this is why I say we're not getting out of this round. Games 1 and 2 today, and then I'll do the rest of the games tomorrow. I just want to get this video in before I did anything else because, as you guys know, Supercharger starts next week. We play Cincinnati. Talk about my Columbia State Supercharger dynasty on NCAA Football 14, year 14, by the way, of the series. And then once I get to playing Supercharger, that's all I really, get it. That's all I really want to really care about. NCAA 14, Supercharger, and my Road to Glories are probably going to dominate my schedule. I do got some stuff going on with Super Mega Baseball 4, and of course this, but I guess this is my priority, and then we could try to get through this. Hope, maybe it goes into the next round. I'll be shocked if it does. Now that the sides are officially a playoff team, it's time to start seeing what kind of noise they can make there. Dude, with our injuries, I don't think we're going to make much noise. And I don't know what our record is with the Sonics, with the Spurs, but I don't think it's all that great. I think like the last time we played them. They didn't even have Joel Embiid, and Tristan Thompson beat us up in the paint. Tristan Thompson, an old Tristan Thompson, the Tristan Thompson that was on my team that I got rid of because I wanted youth on my squad. I don't know, and yeah, I guess it's fair. I was talking about getting rid of somebody and bringing someone up, but officially, you can't grab anyone in free agency when you're in the playoffs, which makes sense. That'd be an unfair advantage. So I get that. And I should have figured that one out. Like, yeah, even though I think you should be able, if you have injury issues, you should be able to at least get a G League guy just to fill out your roster. But at the end of the day, yeah, it makes sense. You come in with 15, and whether they're injured, you got to go pick people off your bench, the guys that aren't injured. So you just have to roll with it. But I'm going to get this game in right now with the Spurs. We're going to go game 1 and continue. And there he is. Linton O'Connor, Hayes, Vassell, Isley's really good. He's a young player. Joel Embiid, their big off season acquisition, and you got to also remember that Tristan Thompson is coming off the bench. It's going to be a wild series. This is going to be a wild series. I think we're going to go with our uniforms, but I do want to change the Spurs uniforms to that. Do they have a dark one like that? That's a nice uniform. I always like that little uniform for the Spurs. I liked when they wore it during the season. So let's get into it. But I don't think we make it. I don't think we make it past this round. I just don't think we have. We don't have the depth, man. You need a good bench, and we just don't have it. Maybe the bench will surprise me with the little minutes they got, but I mostly put all my minutes to the starters. That's what carried our team. It wasn't really the bench. The bench was there just to rest players and get them back on the floor. But our bench has been terrible all season. I didn't expect much from our bench. I think if we were at full strength, I'd trust the bench more, but we're not at full strength, so I have to go with the starters, man.
TK Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. The playoff battle starts off with a bang right here. Game one. Kevin Harlan here, not joined by Greg Anthony, Mark Kellogg, and David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. We'll see Seattle taking on the San Antonio Spurs. With San Antonio, they have more than a realistic shot at this series between the ultimate fifth seed off and one of the most exciting of the first round. And well, other than Game 7, I think Game 1 is the most important game of the series for them.
This match has already started. You know, I worked so hard to try to get us in a playoff series and try to get us as high as we could. Good. That is good clutch getting in the paint for Irving. I tried my best to get us into a playoff series, man. Did it really matter if we get the fifth seed or we just went ahead and just took the sixth seed? I don't think it would have mattered. I think either matchup, whether we had to play the Suns or play the Spurs, we were at a disadvantage. Now, if we were fully healthy, I would say maybe we stand a chance. But with us being as injury prone, as injured, and just as beat up as we are, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Embiid, no. We can score though. I think we have the backcourt. We can definitely make some plays, but we cannot turn over the ball. We cannot do this. I can't stress enough we can't do this. Embiid gets it back. How the hell they get him from the 76ers, I have no idea. Get up to he was on him. They knew what they were trying to do.
Here's the shot.
At least he didn't make the shot. Kind of shaky on the road to start. I expected that. They're on their home court. They feel good. They're at a fourth seed. They got Joel Embiid. They got a bunch of young talent surrounding their team. I expected this. I expected a really shaky start for our Sonics. And guys, I've been asleep all day, man. I mean, I went back to work for the first time in 7 freaking days, man. And I was like, I felt fresh. I felt good. And then at the end of the night, I was hurting. Everything hurt. And then I realized, I just turned 45. I'm super old now. I'm not as old as, I'm not old, but I'm old. I mean, when they're saying you're Generation X, you're old. I'm old. I'm just the youngest of the Generation X. But I'm in my mid 40s, and you definitely start hurting. Things hurt that usually don't hurt when you were younger. So, and I slept all freaking day. It's like, man, I couldn't get enough sleep. I was just like so freaking tired. And I worked hard, but it wasn't like, oh my God, it's just killing me. We played some good defense right there. You kind of have to do that with Embiid. You have to double him. You have to put a lot of pressure on him and hope that he tries to drive on you and doesn't kick it out for a, three or something. And our guys cannot get open. They're playing really good perimeter defense right now. And that's not good for us because we need to get points off the perimeter because we're not going to be able to get inside with Embiid there. In order for that to happen, Lester Atkins has got to play out of his mind. Should give up to Miles Bridges there. Fleming! Yeah, fought right through the contact. Got the basket. I'm gonna be honest with you guys too. This playoff series, this playoff run is probably the last time in a long time y'all gonna hear from the Sonics. I'm still gonna continue it, but it's probably gonna be right after Supercharge. My Supercharger year 14 is up because that's where I really want to put the time in. The bigger series get all the attention. It happened with DeMontre James. When DeMontre James was that series, this series got ignored a lot. And then this series came up and I started putting work on it. And now we're back into college football season. And that's where I kind of want to keep my focus in right now is on the college football season in year 14 of this thing because, like I said, I wouldn't be gaming or doing any of this stuff if it wasn't for the Supercharger. Ooh, Bridges with the 3. This is what we want to see, man. I mean, and this is why the starters are getting most of the minutes. We have no choice, man. We are decimated. And I don't know how you got in there. Fleming, you couldn't follow him in there. But it's early. And it was shaky at first, but we're winding down. We got on the floor. It was kind of shaky, and then we found ourselves, a little bit. Found our offensive flow. We have stars. We have great players like Suggs. We have Irving. Fleming is a good piece, and Lester Atkins, is a pretty good center. He's just not great, but he's pretty good. He can do things like that. And Miles Bridges, when he gets on one, he is a really good power forward. He's just not a dominant defensive power forward. He's got to either give me rebounds or he's going to have to give me points. That's what Miles Bridges needs to do. And that won't cut it. I did make him the third scoring option, but he definitely needs to get his buckets if he doesn't get anything else. And Irving on Embiid is not a good idea. Double him. Came too late. He's Joel Embiid, dog. He's going to get his. He's going to get it. He's going to get it.
Here's Josh. And the base to Fleming.
Fleming, no! I don't want you shooting that. Why don't y'all pass the ball? Start moving. Of course.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes. Suggs passes to Frank. Now here's Irving.
I thought he was going to shoot the three on that one.
There's no Atkins.
Atkins on Embiid. That's not going to work. That's not going to work, Atkins.
And here's Hayes. Inside.
Oh,
man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5.
Call the timeout. Yes. Call the timeout. We need a timeout. We need to figure it out. But he's Joel Embiid. I mean, when I heard he was coming over to San Antonio, and I'm like, oh no, I got to deal with another big man in the Western Conference. Oh God, isn't it bad enough I have to deal with the Warriors? I have to deal with DeAndre Ayton. You have to deal with what the Thunder got. Now I got to deal with this guy. It's really bad. I think we might be making substitutions, and we are. And y'all know my flow. Once the backups come in, we're pretty much simming into the fourth quarter. And if it's a game, we'll watch the rest of it. If we're getting blowed out, I should correct that. If we're blowing them out, I'm definitely turning it back on. Because then I'm just like shocked and I'm like, wow, we won. But how? And then I'm looking at, okay, well, who did what and who's player of the game? That's probably a good indication of what happened. Like I said, I don't expect us to win. I think we're just too decimated. But the Sonics team always seems to pull a rabbit out of the hat sometimes. That's how we've been most of the series. Pulling rabbits out of hats. I need to slow this down because it's getting... I think they're going to win. I think we're ahead by too much. And there we go. They don't open it up. We're not scoring. And I think we're going to lose this game. Sonic Shock the first game. It was a valiant effort. But we just don't have a bench. We don't have a bench. And if you don't have a bench, unless you have an elite starting 5, you ain't got a prayer. 27 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for Devin Vassell. Joel Embiid with a double-double. Not shocked. Sutton. Litton O'Connor. Pretty decent. Highland. Nassar Little. I'm looking for Thompson. I know he played. Where's Thompson? They're saying he didn't play? Is he even on their roster? Don't know. Suggs 17-3. Irvin 17-3. But Suggs did have 9 assists. It just wasn't enough points. We need more points. Bridges did pretty good. He's not the main scoring guy. So for him to give me 16 points, 5-11, 4-7 shooting is pretty damn good. I mean, they weren't bad. And Eldon James was there. It was a close game. We made it a game somewhat here and there. But for the most part, yeah, you can't have Joffrey Fleming doing that. And it's making me think I need to switch him and give Eldon James some of those minutes. If he's hitting baskets, that's probably who we need to go to. 12 rebounds for Atkins, but he's in a no-win situation playing against Joel Embiid. It's just not going to work out for you. Team comparison. 118. We hit. Okay, that's them. 42%. They hit more threes than we did. That's not good. They beat us in fast break points. We did get some points in paint, so we didn't get destroyed there. Our bench, of course, isn't really going to be effective in this series, but has it been effective all year? Really? Not really. It's a loss I expected. They won by 2 in the first quarter. They won by 2 in the second quarter. Close game. Close in the third quarter. We're keeping it close, and then it just fell apart in the fourth quarter. What can you say? What can you say? But it's expected. If we can just get to the second, if we can get to the second, if we could get to the next round, all these guys start healing up. That'd be great. But I just think we're in a no-win situation playing this team. We are in a no-win situation playing this team. And I'm going to look at what we can do for game two. I really don't want to take Joffrey Fleming out, but if Elton James is hot and we need a spark, I'd rather have the spark. Do I still got him at small forward? I do. We're going to switch Fleming out. I'm going to switch Fleming out, and I'm going to put in Elton James. We're desperate. Swap minutes, yep, we're desperate. Tremont Waters is hot, so that's good to know. But I'm still not going to reduce Suggs' minutes. Leiden's getting some playing time at shooting guard. Connor is down, but I expected that. We're still going to give all the minutes to Miles Bridges. We're going to just work on getting the threes. I think the three ball wasn't there for us in the first game. Might be there for us in the second game. So I'm going to give Elton James the third scoring option. We're going to try to shoot them out the gym from the perimeter. They did play good perimeter defense in the first game. Maybe it's off in the second game. I just don't think we can get it from the basket. And I think having the three-pointer will definitely help us. We're desperate. We are desperate. So you have to do what you got to do. Let me see something. Another thing real quick. Let's go to system efficiency. Perimeter shooting, they're saying it's down from almost a 4-star to a 3-star. Post-centric, triangle, 7 seconds, maybe. Great. High tech is saying that we're often are out rebounded. See, that's the scary part. But we want to shoot threes. We're going to go to the 7 seconds. I'm going to go to that because we have Elton James playing the small forward position. We got to shoot him out the gym. We just got to do what we got to do. Got to do what we got to do. We need to get a game on their court before we go home. I know that. So we're going to simulate with Simcast and make it do what it do. All right. Give more minutes to Reggie Best. Give more minutes to Terrence Davis. That sounds good, but they're not producing. Let's simulate game. And here we go. Nope, here they go. We got close in the first quarter, man. They got off to a really hot start, and we kind of closed the gap. We just need to stay with them. Just stay with them. Just stay with them. And I don't think it's looking good, guys. Wow. I think we're going to be in an 0-2 hole. I don't want to be in an 0-2 hole. Come on, guys. Come on, Sonics. Come on, Sonics. Make it a game. No. We're just not scoring. And they're up. They're up big. It's too late. We're in an 0-2 hole. We probably got beat down in the paint, too. I think that's it. 0-2 hole. 0-2 hole. 0-2 hole. Wait a minute. U-Box score. Game 2, what happened? Embiid is Embiid. He made some three-pointers? I don't know him to shoot three-pointers, but hey, I guess, hey. On our defense, you can pretty much do anything. You can pretty much do anything. I just wonder what our team, who was off. And please don't tell me it was Elden James, because I put my trust in him. You know, I put Fleming on the bench, and he actually produced off the bench. Suggs was terrible. Did he hit some three pointers? Yes, but when he went 4 for 12, we need him to score a lot more points than that. Bridges was off again. Atkins, formidable performance. He had a double-double, but he was kind of off on it when shooting 4 for 14. Can't have him take all that many shots anyway. He's just not known for it. Irvin fell off the cliff. And Elden James will never start in my starting five ever again. I will never trust him again. If I see he's hot, I'm going to be like, yeah, bury him on the bench. Fleming was clearly, he felt some kind of way about being put on the bench. And he showed out. 4 for 4, 7 of 10. Did I do him wrong? Maybe, but I was desperate. We had 30% of our shots. The three ball's just not really there. It's there, but it's not really hitting. I need to hit at like 40%, and it's not even close. We did get to the free throw line a lot. And we didn't get destroyed in the paint. Bench was even. That's where they beat us, the assists. The assist was, yeah. And we were defensively out-rebounded, of course. I expect that. They had 6 blocks. We turned the ball over 13 times. They did 15 times. With all that fouling, you would think we would have killed them because they fouled us a lot. But they generated more points when they needed to. They just outdid us, man. They just outdid us. We're down 0-2. Usually really good on the road. We're just not, the bench is just not enough. It's just not enough. Okay. I know and everybody's cooled down because everybody's feeling kind of bad. Joffrey Fleming, you're back in the starting lineup. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, man. I got desperate and I lost my mind. I should have known that Elden James was about to suck. I should have known. Let's throw Connor. And I'll go back into rotation. I'll go back into this. Wait a minute. Bridges, come back. I should have stuck to my guns. I didn't. And I might get us back off this. Back to perimeter centric. We didn't get out rebounded bad, but I don't think we need to. We need more pick and roll. We need to transition a lot better, and we need guys that can do the job. And Elden James is just not it, man. It's just not it. So we're down 0-2. We're down 0-2. And this video is about at 30 minutes. I didn't want this to be long. I could just go ahead and just sim the rest of the series, but I'm gonna hold off to tomorrow. I'm gonna do the rest of the games. Tomorrow I'll probably do at least 3 games. We got 2 on our floor. And then after that, then the other video will be 5, 6, and 7 if necessary. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. Tomorrow will be games 3 and 4. And the next day will be 5, 6, 7 if necessary. So that's how I'll do it. That way, the series ends. It ends this weekend. I can be free of it and put my Nintendo Switch away as far as NBA 2K for a while. because, well, this is kind of disappointing, but this is reality. This is a long-term build. I'm not done with the Sonics. This is going to be a long, long series, so I always come back to it. Don't have any real other plans with 2K, so it is what it is. And guys, what do I do? We're in an 0-2 hole, and we got way too many injuries. And Elton James will never start off the bench for me again. You are off my team. I want your ass off my team. You will not be back next year. I'm going to get rid of Elton James. That was the last straw for me. It's hard to let go of these guys you draft, but man, let me down, bro. You let me down. Mm-mm-mm-mm. See you guys later. Peace out.